We're going to start looking at store promotions. So a lot of times a store will offer some sort of deal where you can go in and pay next to nothing and then pay it off over months or years or whatever they're offering. These usually come with high interest rates as well. Um, Always make sure that you know what the details of the store promotion is before you're signing an agreement. Sometimes it may look really good up front, but if you really look at it, you're going to pay a ton more. Some of them are good plans, but make sure you're really taking a close look. What's the down payment? Well, that's just a partial payment, sometimes required at the time of the purchase. So they might say 10% down payment. So you go in, you pay 10% of the full price of whatever it is, and then the rest of it you pay off over a period of time. So let's look at example 2. We have Ruby. She's buying a new stove that costs $989.95 after taxes. So this is the regular cost. However, the stores offer nothing down and 4 easy monthly payments of $265. So they make 4 payments of that instead of going in there and paying paying the almost $1,000 right away. So what is the total cost of the stove on the payment plan? Well, paying $265 4 times. So 265 times 4, that gives you $1,060. So that's the cost of the stove on the payment plan. Now we're going to use the simple interest formula to calculate what rate of interest is being charged. We've never seen one of these types of questions. We've never been asked what the rate of interest is, but let's look at it. So we got the principal is, or sorry, let's try that again. The amount of interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the amount of, or times the length of the term. This is what I'm looking for right here, this rate. So I want to get it by itself. I'm multiplying it by those two things. So I have to divide it by P and I have to divide it by T. I should make that look like interest, not 1, and divide by P and divided by T. So these are going to cancel out. And we get that the rate is equal to the interest divided by the principal times the term. So that might be something you want to throw onto your study guide. So when you're writing your quiz, you don't have to try to figure it out from here. You can just go straight to, oh yeah, the rate is the interest divided by the principal times the term. Okay, well, the principal is the amount that you're actually borrowing. Okay, so the amount that you're borrowing in this case, well, is the $989.95. It's going to cost you this, but this is, you're getting $990 worth of product. So this is your principal here in this situation. The term, well, you're making 4 monthly payments. So the term is 4 out of 12 months. Because remember, term has to be in terms of a year, so it's not 4. You're not paying it over 4 years. You're paying it over 4 months, so 4 out of 12 months of the year. The rate we don't know, and the interest we don't know yet, but we can find out the interest pretty quickly because the interest is just how much extra are you paying here. So the interest is equal to the amount minus the principal. So $1,060 minus the principal, what you're actually getting out of the deal, $989.95. And you do that subtraction and you get $70.05. So it's costing you $70.05 to make payments on the stove instead of paying for it all up front. So that would be your finance charge right here, is the $70.05. So now we'll go back to this. So the rate is equal to the interest, which is $70.05. Oops, I missed a 0. $70.05 divided by $989. There, fix that up so it looks good, or at least better. So $989.95 times the term, which is 4 out of 12 months. Okay, so let's throw that into your calculator. One thing, why did I put the brackets here? because when you put it into your calculator, you're going to have to use those brackets. So you're going to say it's 70.05 divided by, open bracket, 989.95 times 4 divided by 12, close bracket, equals. And you get 0.212, and it keeps on going, 228, etc. I'm going to stop there, which is, as a percent, you multiply it by 100, 21.2%. Okay, so this is the rate of interest being charged. Just going back to our calculations here, if your calculator doesn't have brackets for some reason, make sure you calculate this bottom part first. So you could say it's 70.05 divided by, well, what is 989.95 times 4 divided by 12? You can put that into your calculator, and you're going to get it's 329.983 repeating. This isn't as accurate. Okay, I'll put it kind of in a dotted thing here. Not as accurate as doing it all in one, but it's relatively close. If we do that, we're going to get 329 dividing by 329, and I still get 21.2 as the answer. So again, if your calculator doesn't have brackets or you're not entirely sure you're going to remember to do that, make sure you at least do that calculation first, because that has to be done first. So 21.2%, that's the rate of interest being charged over the course of the year. So now you know, now you can make an educated decision. Maybe you need that stove today because you don't have anything to cook on, but you don't have $1,000 in your bank account right now, but you can afford this, fine. That makes sense. If you have the $1,000 right now, does it make sense to pay 21.2% interest on it? Probably not. So again, you can make these decisions for yourself, but make sure that you understand what exactly it is that the store is offering.